How we doing, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Wolf. I should probably adjust this slightly. Oh, bam, perfect. And welcome back to another Path of Exile video. I've been enjoying myself quite a bit with the character you're going to be seeing me showcase. Words are very difficult. But I'm going to be starting off kind of a progression style series with most of the characters that I'll be playing. The reason being is I actually like the sort of style I have going with Road to Shaper, and I want to kind of do that more in regards to any character I play, really. I like the whole progression style, the updated progression thing, because a lot of people ask me, like, how do I go about, progressing certain archetypes and that sort of thing, and now I can actually showcase it, so that is exceptional. So this is going to be the first part in the Shockwave Totem, kind of like a dubstep totem, once you see what I mean, Chieftain. This is a character I made quite literally today, actually. I crafted it up last night, and I was like, I kind of want to play totems. They changed Flame Totem. I've played War Chief before. I've had really bad luck this league, and I haven't gotten anything useful. And I was like, alright, let's just make something really simple, and let's roll with it. And I started crafting this, and then it gets to 300k with no gear. And I'm like, that's okay. And I realize it's 300k on one totem, no gear. And I'm like, this is better now. This is better now. That's like 600k. Because, you get two totems, right, obviously. And it doesn't factor in the second totem. So, Shockwave Totem, a lot of people think it's kind of a meme skill. But, honestly, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. The only problem I have with it so far is the little chance to knockback thing that's got going on. I'm not a big fan. But let's show you a little bit of gameplay. Let me knock this fella down just slightly. And let me show you a little bit of Blood Aqueducts. I leveled this character in 8 hours, I think. Yeah, I streamed for 8 hours today. Got this character from 1 to Blood Aqueducts in 5 hours 40, I think. Something like that. It was stupid fast. Like, the fastest I've actually done in a long time. Like, it was insane. As my face cam goes very dark from the loading screen. But, like, it was insanely fast. Now let me show you what this character kind of looks like in practice here. Very, very effective. Now, the thing I'm having a bit of an issue with is figuring out how to deal with mana, sustain, and that sort of stuff. Because I did try to make a Flame Totem character and mess with the Flame Totem rework earlier this league, and I had massive mana problems. I've seen people play Blood Magic in regards to this sort of thing, and I definitely see why. The last time I played totems to counteract the mana problems, I was just playing Berserker with Warcries, right? That dealt with that problem, but it's more of a pain in the ass in regards to actually playing totems legitimately. You need a lot of mana. You'll see I have 1,000 mana on Marauder, but I still have I have most of it reserved away for auras and damage and that sort of stuff. I'm messing with a few different defensive layers. Gonna probably make this the main character for the league because it's a lot of fun, as I'm sure you can see. But yeah, all in all, character is very, very quick and a whole lot of fun. The way that I've kind of found a solution around the mana problems in regards to this character. Last time I attempted to do this, the character bombed just because I had massive mana problems. I didn't have that good of clear speed on Flame Totem either. Like, Flame Totem clear speed was pretty oof-worthy. However, clear speed here, as I'm sure you can see, is very, very good. We have a lot of AoE, and thus our Shockwave Totems are doing massive, like, drop-the-base style damaging effects, right? I'm sure you can see. A lot of fun, very good clear speed, and for crafted in a day and leveled in 6 hours, I'd say it's punching well above its weight right now. Let me deal with my gems very slightly. And I think we're good. Pretty sure. Yeah, looks like it. Alright, level all that up. And we're good to go. So, with that being said, I'm going to do a little bit of showcase of the gear. As I'm sure you can see, it's complete trash, because this character is 66. It was actually at 58 when I got the Blood Aqueducts, which is impressive. Most of my builds are like 55, and I have to like suffer through leveling a little bit. But, So where I'm able to kind of fix the mana problem is I rolled a hallowed hybrid flask right here. I was running a mana flask before, but this thing is pretty much perfect. It's instant recovery hybrid flask with shock removal. Now, it's not great in the life regain front. That I'm going to try and just get more health from, or try and get higher HP. Going to aim for roughly 5 to 5.5k. Obviously, 66, I will get more HP just off of leveling. I don't have an actual chest piece on yet. I do plan to put that there as well. And I still have, I have trashy leveling gear on still, so bear with me. It's a concept, it's a work in progress at the moment. Thus is the whole point of the series. But this is basically a totem on press, because the totems cost 122, which is insane. But this gives 163 on press. So you can double tap it if you need mana to cap yourself. This is why I like having the extra added mana from mana nodes in the skill tree. It gives me 400 mana, like, unreserved. So 2 taps of this and I'm fully capped on mana again. I think I'm at like 60 to 70 mana regen, and it's pretty decent, but it's not enough to sustain dropping totems as fast as I am. So this is a nice solution to that. In regards to flasks, I have an Onslaught Flask, which gives cast speed to the totems. It's very, very good. Bleed Removal Quicksilver, Adrenaline Quicksilver, and Freeze Granite. Might be considering switching this off, considering how fast I'm flame dashing over and over and over again. But that may be changing to Shield Charge later down the line. Because of that, I'm going to talk about the gear. I am still using 2 Abrass Horns from leveling. Surprisingly, they're not that bad with this character right now. Weapons-wise, I'm going to be opting for either 2 Wands or a Scepter plus a Totem Shield, because you can get +1 Totem Crafts on Shaper Shields, and I have a spell damage Shaper shield. It's an ES shield, but it'll still get the job done. The reason I'm not using that right now is it's on another character that I'm going to record a video for right after this. So I don't want to take gear off that character just yet before I record the video for it. But yeah, so that'll be here. Another thing that I'm going to actually do is try and roll a Shaper Scepter. Reason being, you can get Fizz as extra fire on that. Same thing with a Shaper Necklace. My necklace currently is just a filler piece. Fizz as extra fire actually does a lot of damage in regards to Shockwave Totem. This skill is really weird in regards to scaling, because it scales off of like Fizz as extra, conversion, and spell and AoE. That's pretty much it. It's a little bit odd, because I saw physical, and originally I was like, okay, well I go Berserker, Face Breakers, all this sort of stuff, thinking it worked like War Chief. No. It's a spell totem, and it's very awkward. But it works. It works decently. Now, these wands are pretty shit, obviously. I'm going to be looking for either Scepter with, funnily enough, minion damage essence. I know that sounds weird, but because of Spiritual Aid being so OP, or so powerful over here, and giving you all of your minion damage stuff applies to you, that is actually able to get you insane amounts of damage. Plus, this also gives minion damage. Plus, I have a pair of gloves with minion damage enchant on them. This will total up to like 101 minion damage without even a Scepter. I then get a Scepter with LE Implicit, spell damage, minion, Fizz's extra fire, cast speed. You can get what I'm trying to go for, right? And then a +1 Totem Shield, spell damage shield. That's where we want to realistically be, and we are in the money. Gem links are faster casting, flame dash, arcane surge, and then I have cast when golem in this other wand here. Helmet is my Hrimnors that I dropped at the start of the league. Very useful. Lots of damage on this, surprisingly. I don't think the can't be frozen procs with this because it doesn't count as a fire skill, even though it's fully converted. Necklace is a filler piece with good life, cast speed, and some resists. Max mana is actually a very good roll in a lot of spots for this character, because max mana means I can drop more totems before I have to worry. Max mana as a craft on this also isn't that bad. This piece is pretty shit, not gonna lie. This was kind of a filler piece, but mana regen rate's nice, rarity's okay. Max life is quite nice, but I'm gonna aim for 2 opal rings if I can, because I do want to take this character to like hefty endgame. So double opals would be nice, because these are just resist pieces right now as it stands. Tabula, pretty kind of standard. Shockwave Totem, Controlled Destruction, Added Fire, Increased Area of Effect, Elemental Focus, Combustion. If you're bossing, put in Conk Effect, obviously. Get rolling with that. And yeah, that is kind of what I'm messing around with right now. I tried to quality this, thinking it would give increased area of effect. It's area damage, kind of sad. I'm going to aim for 21 Shockwave if possible. I have the big oofing weapon back here that I have backpacked. I'm going to put a bunch of shockwaves in there soon. The gloves are complete shit. It's just literally filler until I hit 70 and I can put these on. Because by the time I hit 70, I'll be 5 points deep. And I'll be able to have spiritual aid, which will then make this give me increased damage. Optimally, fingerless silk. Can't get those until I get to maps. But yeah, we got blasphemy temp chains with enduring cry in here. This is a setup I kind of stole off of someone else, because this is very useful for slowing everything down. Now, in regards to having very low life, well, not very low, but lower than I would like, this makes not getting one shot by projectile mobs that much better. It's quite nice, reducing things action speed. Alternatively, you can blasphemy flammability for damage if you want to. I'm considering switching these around and doing blasphemy flam with cast when temp chains instead, because that would open up the opportunity for me to do more consistent damage to trash packs and then proc temp chains whenever I'm getting smacked or in trouble. But at the same time, by the time it procs temp chains, I'm probably already in shit, you know? So having the temp chains blasphemy means I could kill them before they fire the arrow that procs the cast when temp chains. You see what I mean? It's a work in progress setup. It works pretty well. I quite like it. Enduring cry, simple. Gonna be using the ascendancy to get increased burning damage eventually. And wind screams that rolled with an enchant that I can't use because totems don't count on kills for you. So I can't use blood rage or anything like that either, which kind of sucks. All in all, very effective. I can actually double down with this if I really want to in regards to like endgame bossing. And I go with blasphemy and then flammability, or like blasphemy cast when, but I go flam Ellie weakness, and then we just destroy endgame bosses with like minus 70 res. It'll be great. Belt is pretty decent. Tri-res piece, I can craft lightning here as well. Tri-res life, very good actually, surprisingly. And yeah, the tabula I'm going to replace with a chest piece that I have in here very soon, hopefully. Once I level up a little more and link it. Where is the thing? There it is. I have a Tri-res life astral plate with max mana, so that will be grand. I'm going to implicit that up to 12%, and we should be nice and safe, hopefully. Higher life would have been nice, you know, it's Tri-res life, but the life's low. That's basically what we got there. I'm going to probably try and aim for a astral plate, or like a elder chest piece. Percent on kill won't matter for me, but you can get some stupid stuff if I hit it with a life fossil, as I'm sure we've seen. But yeah, so character operates pretty well. I'll show you a base run over of the skill tree. This is kind of what it's looking like, kind of what it's planned to be. I'm going to move my face cam very quickly for you. That's kind of what I'm planning for. Very simple, start off with life, right? Come around, early rush was up here, and then all the way over here. Leave out Avatar of Fire until you get Chieftain 1 point. You want to get Nagami's Flame Advance first, and then pick up Avatar of Fire at the same time. Rush down to Ancestral Bond. You should get Bond around 28 to 30 when you can put Shockwave Totem on. You can use Protector, or I played Fireball, I think. I was messing around because it got buffed over and over, so I decided to finally go for it. Overload's not really worth it until you start messing with Flame Dash, because I'm using Flame Dash to proc my overloads right now. It's a little bit of an odd scenario, but it works. It's whatever. I gotta make it work somehow, right? Then after you get that, get AoE, get Resists here, get Light of Divinity, and then go up here, get Shamanistic Fury, because you definitely need this. Get 1 point of Totem here, because this gives you placement. This gives you placement speed. And then I believe I went this side as well. I'm not sure on this character. Hang on. Yeah, I went on the right-hand side for placement speed. Trust me, after playing like enough of this build, you need placement speed. You very much so need it. And then, yeah, after that, I cut across here to Deep Thoughts and Life here, and I cut through here as well. I had by about, I don't know, like 50-ish. You want to make sure you have both AoEs, even earlier if possible. And then, yeah, that's a nice bit of AoE in regards to getting both of these. Then you can also get AoE crafts in certain other spots as well. You can get Necklace and Helmet, I think, as Betrayal AoE crafts. So those are both options that I'm going to be messing with. But yeah, that's the first episode in an update style format, I think. I don't know how I'm going to call this, but we're going to go with it. Just progression status, I suppose. For my Shockwave Totem Chieftain. I don't really have a name for it. It's kind of like a dubstep meme chieftain because, you know, it looks like they're dropping the bass every time the totem goes off. But yeah, let me know your guys' opinion on this type of series. It's going to allow me to make a nice bit of content regarding a character I'm going to probably play for quite a while now, maybe a couple weeks at least. And yeah, so thank you guys very much for joining me. Stay tuned. I don't know when this is coming out, but at this point, there's probably the weapon crafting video out, which you can watch if you're looking to figure out how to craft some good weaponry. I made a 90% spell damage wand with double tier 1 rolls, I think. Double tier 1 or tier 2 rolls. I made a 420 DPS axe or something higher than that. It was stupid. And made a couple +2 and +3 bows. And then, yeah, made a decent fizz damage bow as well. So if that interests you, you can find that on the channel as well, probably a day or two earlier than this. But yeah, that's going to be all for me. And as always, take care, lads.